Szanowne Panie Ekscelencje, Pani Minister, Pani Ambasador, Szanowni goście z Indonezji i z Polski, jest mi niezmiernie miło i mam ogromny zaszczyt powitać Państwa na panelu podczas Welconomy Forum 2020 poświęconym Indonezji. Tytuł panelu jest Indonezja – gospodarczy kierunek przyszłości. Zaproszeni goście do wzięcia udziału przedstawią potencjał i możliwości współpracy pomiędzy Polską i Indonezją w różnych aspektach. Zachęcam bardzo do obejrzenia poszczególnych prezentacji. Mamy wśród nich gości wprost z Indonezji, ale także przedstawicieli ważnych instytucji indonezyjskich stacjonujących w Europie. Prelegenci, którzy dzisiaj przed Państwem wystąpią, reprezentują różne instytucje, których celem jest właśnie wspieranie przedsiębiorców w nawiązywaniu relacji gospodarczych. Szczególną uwagę chciałabym zwrócić na Polsko-Indonezyjską Izbę Gospodarczą, nowo powstałą instytucję, która w szczególności koncentrować się będzie właśnie na polsko-indonezyjskim biznesie. Dlaczego Indonezja? Dlatego, że to bardzo interesujący kraj, jeszcze nie do końca poznany w Polsce. To nie tylko Bali, to 17 000 innych wysp, to 270 milionów mieszkańców, to dynamicznie rozwijająca się gospodarka i to pozycja lidera w Azji Południowo-Wschodniej. Warto ten kraj poznać, rozważyć jako miejsce do lokowania swoich firm, ale również jako partnerów do współpracy gospodarczej. Dlaczego Indonezja akurat w Kujawsko-Pomorskim? Dlatego, że to my wraz z bardzo interesującą prowincją, której stolica znajduje się na wyspie Lombok, z prowincją Nusa Tenggara Barat, nawiązaliśmy relacje partnerskie. Rozwijamy współpracę w obszarze edukacji. Już w tej chwili gościmy grupę studentów na Uniwersytecie Mikołaja Kopernika i spodziewamy się kolejnej grupy. To są przyszli liderzy, którzy w różnych dziedzinach będą pomagali rozwijać się naszym partnerom w Indonezji. Bardzo serdecznie Państwa zachęcam do wysłuchania interesujących prezentacji. Zachęcam także do kontaktu w razie pojawienia się pytań. Szczególne podziękowania chciałabym skierować na ręce Jej Ekscelencji Pani Ambasador Siti Nugraha Mauludiah za wsparcie przy zorganizowaniu tego panelu i zaproszeniu gości jako prelegentów. Życzę jak najlepszego odbioru. Wszystkiego dobrego.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Dzień dobry. I'm honored to welcome you all to the panel discussion entitled Indonesia Economic Destination of the Future as part of the 27th edition of Welconomy Forum. I wish to commend the Kujawsko-Pomorski Województwo for organizing this economic event. I'm also delighted and would like to thank all the speakers from Indonesia on this panel discussion. Honorable Mr. Zul Zulkieflimansyah, Governor of Nusa Tenggara Barat Province, Mr. Rosan P, Chairman of Indonesia Chambers of Commerce, Mr. Aditia Prasta, Director of Indonesia Investment Promotion Center in London. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the year 2020 is very special for Indonesia. It has been 75 years since our founding fathers declared our independence on August 17, 1945. Only a decade as an independent country, Indonesia established its diplomatic relation with Poland, and it now turns to 65 years. Various activities have been organized by Indonesia and Poland to celebrate the 65th years of diplomatic relations this year, organized by the Indonesian Embassy in Warsaw. One of the main events was an economic webinar on potential economic cooperation between Indonesia and Poland in the new normal on the 25th August 2020. The recorded webinar can be accessed on the Embassy's YouTube. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the year 2020 has also been a challenging year for all of us. Despite unprecedented challenges caused by COVID-19 pandemic, we are grateful to have the opportunity to meet through this virtual platform to mark the long-standing bilateral relations. This virtual platform could be accessed not only by participants from Torun, but also from other parts of Poland, even from Indonesia. Technologies have made us possible to continue our interactions and to discuss on how we could utilize to the fullest extent the potential of bilateral cooperation. As we all know, the pandemic has severely affected our economies. Countries are doing their best to control the pandemic and put all their efforts to flatten the curve so as to enable them to concentrate on economic recovery in their respective countries. We do not know when COVID-19 will end, but I believe that by working together, united in global actions and collaborations, we could win the seemingly impossible battle of this pandemic. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our two countries have always enjoyed a robust, long-standing and mutually beneficial relation over the past 6 decades. Our cooperation has also been growing stronger, notably, but not only, on economic, education, energy, and tourism. Our bilateral trade volume has reached $708 million in 2019, an increase of 10.7% as compared to that of 2018. However, I believe this is much less than our actual potentials. In the same year, Polish investment to Indonesia reached $0.7 million covering 24 projects. This is also very little as compared to actual potentials both countries could offer. I would like to take this opportunity to reiterate that Indonesia is part of the ASEAN 600 million single market and competitive production base. Thus, investing in Indonesia corresponds to the gateway to tap not only Indonesia's 270 million domestic market, but also that of ASEAN and its greater region. Similarly, Poland has also been one of our gateways to the EU zone. For this, we would like also to explore possibility to invest in Poland to support for our greater access to the EU market. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we witness how the pandemic has disrupted the global supply chain. Therefore, many looks into the need of diversification of global supply chains and reducing dependency only to one major source of supply chains output. To this end, Indonesia is in the position to offer better alternatives as production base for greater regional markets. There are many potential investment sectors for Poland to explore in Indonesia. Those include, among others, Industry 4.0 manufacturing, digital economy, pharmaceutical and medical equipments, cosmetics, and infrastructures. And Indonesia is also in the process of developing the capacity to support e-mobility, including the processing and production of lithium batteries. If you have further inquiry and interest to be explored, the Indonesian Embassy will be obliged to extend our hand to facilitate. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Indonesian communities in Poland are growing. There are more and more Indonesian students deciding to study in the Polish universities. This is due to the good quality of education and the relatively affordable cost of living for students here. Not to mention a growing numbers of Indonesian workers who are employed in Poland due to high demand for them as they are known as competent and reliable ones. Last but not least, there were more than 40,000 Polish tourists visiting Indonesia last year. This is an increase in number compared to the previous year when we had around 31,000 Polish tourists. Despite that COVID-19 still restrict our limit the people to travel, we should not forget, as the situation is under control, we should start expanding this cooperation. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, I would like to welcome the establishment of Polish-Indonesia Chambers of Commerce, which I believe will help promote much closer relation between the two countries. I urge you to join these chambers of commerce and be part of the exciting and vibrant endeavor for a more beneficial relations. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am confident that our speakers from Indonesia will give you valuable perspective. Honorable Mr. Zul Zulkieflimansyah, Governor of Nusa Tenggara Barat Province, will discuss more as a precursor in regional cooperation with the Kujawsko-Pomorski region and its potential cooperation. Mr. Roslani, Chairman of Indonesian Chamber of Commerce, will talk about Indonesia-Poland potential trade, and Mr. Aditia Prasta, Director of Indonesia Investment Promotion Center in London, will explain more about Polish-Indonesia economic cooperation, facts and forecasts. After this event, I hope to have more inquiries and expression of interest from Polish side. Together, I believe we could create a better, brighter and more promising future for Polish-Indonesia relations. All in all, I would like to thank once again the Kujawsko-Pomorski Województwo for organizing this economic event, and to all speakers who shall contribute greatly to the panel discussion, and of course to all the participants of this event. I wish you a fruitful discussion. Thank you.
Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Poland, Ibu Siti Nugraha Mauludiah, Ambassador of Indonesia to Poland, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to be here among all of you today, virtually, to commemorate the 65th anniversary of Indonesia-Poland diplomatic relation. For decades, we have enjoyed a cordial and mutually beneficial relation. One of Indonesia's major airports used to be called Polonia, the Latin name of Poland. It was named after a Polish man who owned the land on which the airport was built. Fast forward to today, our relation continued to grow, strengthened by cooperation in various sectors and greater interaction between our peoples. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, the colors of our flags are similar, but we know that they are not the only things that we have in common. We also share a profound desire to build an even stronger bond between our two nations and to ensure our relation continue to bring benefits to our people and beyond. We are now facing a common challenge, that is the COVID pandemic. We learned that no country can win the battle against this pandemic and its impact by itself. So I firmly believe that only together we can recover and recover stronger. And there is no better momentum than this joyous occasion to strengthen the partnership between our two countries to address COVID-19. And our cooperation should go beyond this pandemic to better facilitate the recovery of both our respective economy. For that, Indonesia looks forward to having a more robust economic cooperation with Poland. We must be bold and innovative to seize the opportunities that lay ahead and expand our cooperation. And to conclude, I would like to congratulate us on this auspicious occasion. I certainly hope to see our partnership fly into a new height in the years to come. I thank you. Dziękuję.
Her Excellency Ibu Siti Nugraha Mauludiah, Indonesia Ambassador to the Republic of Poland, His Excellency Mr. Piotr Kaubecki, Governor of the Kujawsko-Pomorski Province, His Excellency Mr. Zulkieflimansyah, Governor of West Nusa Tenggara Province, honorable speakers, Mrs. Sylvia Tubielewicz-Olejnik, Mr. Rosan Mr. Filip Urbaniak, distinguished business delegates from Indonesia and Poland, Dzień dobry, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, it is such an honor to be here today at the panel discussion of the Welconomy Forum, gathering business communities from two of the world's influential economies, Indonesia and Poland. On behalf of the Indonesia Investment Promotion Center, IPC London, allow me to convey our highest gratitude to officials from both Poland and Indonesia, particularly Kujawsko-Pomorski provincial government and the Indonesian embassy in Warsaw for making this business forum happen. I believe this forum will bring a rewarding experience to both Polish and Indonesian business communities. First of all, why Indonesia? Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia is one of the Southeast Asia countries. It is a region of opportunity with GDP combined at $2.9 trillion and 647 million population as per 2018. Among countries in the region, Indonesia contributes around 36% of its economy with GDP around $1.1 trillion. Indonesia is projected to become the world's 10th largest economy by 2025 by the IMF and is currently sitting at number 16th in the G20. In the last 5 years, Indonesia is one of the biggest movers of the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business ranking. We have lapped 36 ranking compared with BRIC countries. Currently, Indonesia is above India and Brazil. Rating agencies have also impressed by Indonesia's robust improvement. Prominent rating agencies such as Moody's, S&P Global, Fitch, and JCR have reaffirmed Indonesia's investment grade rating. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you the total FDI from around the world to Indonesia have achieved $161.7 billion in the last 5.5 years. In the same period, Poland's investment ranked 15th in European region, with total investment at over $41 million from 116 investment projects in Indonesia. Most of them went to rubber, plastics, and food industries. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, there are 9 potential sectors which might interest you in investing in Indonesia. They are labor-intensive manufacturing, export-oriented manufacturing, pharmaceutical and medical devices industry, automotive industry, renewable energy, infrastructure and tourism, mining industry which will create added value, electronic industry, and food and agriculture industry. For infrastructure sector, the Indonesian government invites you to take part in public-private partnership projects in Indonesia, which can be beneficial both for Polish investors and Indonesian people. 6 types of economic zones are also prepared to facilitate investors to grow in Indonesia. They are special economic zones, free trade zones, large-scale industrial estates, bounded zones, bounded logistics center, and prioritized tourism zones. Indonesia has opened its doors to global manufacturers looking for a new home amid the US-China trade war and COVID-19's impact on global supply chains. Recently, President Joko Widodo instructed to prepare an industrial designated area in Batang Regency, Central Java Province, covering an area of more than 4,000 hectares to facilitate the global manufacturing needs. In tourism, I invite you to go beyond Bali. We would like you to explore our new Balis, from Toba Lake in the western part of Indonesia to Morotai Islands in the eastern part of Indonesia. There are also Mandalika in West Nusa Tenggara and Labuan Bajo in East Nusa Tenggara, just to name a few. We want you to experience a unique tourism investment other than Bali. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we have a large number of millennials who are into apps. They are also into consumer, lifestyle, and travel quite frequently. These facts lead to a significant increase into our middle class spending and accommodate some startup unicorns growth in Indonesia. Currently, Indonesia is ranked 7th in the world in terms of the number of unicorns, with 1 decacorn and 4 unicorns listed in 2020. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, IPC London headquarters is BKPM or Indonesia Investment Coordinating Board. We are the government agency in charge of implementing policy and service coordination in investment. In regard to provide excellent service to our investors, President Joko Widodo released a presidential instruction to give more authority for BKPM in terms of business licensing and incentives. Nowadays, a lot of tax incentives in Indonesia, which includes tax holiday and tax allowance, can be applied through online single submission system in BKPM. The granting of those tax incentives is carried out by the chairman of BKPM on behalf of the Minister of Finance. Recently, the Indonesian government also introduced a super deduction tax program for business entities who conduct their activities in labor-intensive industry, vocational training program, and research and development in Indonesia. Hopefully, we could also launch the Omnibus Law to support the investment climate in not so distant future. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you gain a lot more from in today's business panel and forum, make more rewarding network, and most importantly, successfully seal your business deals. We will be happy to facilitate all of you. Dziękuję. Thank you so much.
I'm Shinta Wijaya Kamdani, the Vice Chairwoman of the Indonesian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Kadin Indonesia. It is an honor and privilege for me, on behalf of Kadin, to welcome you to the 27th edition of Welconomy Forum in Torun, specifically discussing Indonesia as the economic destination of the future. Through this forum, we hope this could strengthen the relation and explore business opportunities between Indonesia and Poland. Over the 65 years of Indonesia-Poland bilateral relation, Poland is considered Indonesia's largest trading partner in the Central European region, with a bilateral trade value reaching more than $640 million US. Not only a large market with a high purchasing power, but Poland has also become an entry point for Indonesia's products, such as rubber, coffee, electronic components, pharmaceutical products, and food and beverage products to other European regions. More importantly, our relations have further strengthened with the establishment of Indonesia Fitzgerald Forum that serve as a platform for partnership among Indonesia and 4 countries in Central Europe, including Poland. Vice versa, Indonesia has served as an important economic partner of Poland in Southeast Asia with significant potential. in particular in the sector of defense, mining, which is oil and gas, coal, chemical products, energy, agri-food, electronic, maritime transport, and environmental protection. The massive growth of the digital economy in Indonesia also has opened trade opportunities and collaboration between digital ecosystem in both countries. Ladies and gentlemen, we are aware that the global pandemic of COVID-19 has created further uncertainty for the world economy. Global foreign direct investment flow have begun to slow down to about 40%. Moreover, the production supply chain greatly disrupted, which has subsequently slowing down productivity and cut down the economic performance in many countries. Thus, these uncertainties and limited economic activities have put more trade tension to re-escalate. Against this backdrop, we have to see this adversity as momentum to enhance our economic relation. More than ever, the COVID-19 should become a wake-up call for companies and countries to start strengthening the network of the supply chain through economic and investment cooperation as it has developed in ARISE programs. Moreover, with this cooperation, Poland could maximize the MFN, most favored nation privileges available in ASEAN countries, especially in Indonesia for its trade and investment activities. On the other side, Indonesian business sectors are also able to maximize the utilization of EU cooperation scheme for entering Polish market. Esteemed guests and participants, we firmly believe that Indonesia can prove to be more promising to recovery and to rebound than developed market, thus becoming a promising investment destination. Moreover, policies have been taken by our government to mitigate the effect of COVID-19, such as the Omnibus Law. Omnibus Law is an innovative regulation that aims to change many laws that hamper investment climate. Kadin believes that the Omnibus Law has a significant effect on improving Indonesia's ease of doing business. Moreover, Kadin, as the umbrella of business association mandated by law, has continuously advised and advocate the formation of this policy to ease and simplify the investment procedure and job creation. Therefore, in fostering economic relations, the support of Kadin Indonesia will be more pronounced and indispensable as a catalyst to build trust and business certainty in the relations. Business association and Chamber of Commerce can improve trust and certainty between Indonesian and Polish businesses by creating an intense and frequent interaction and dialogue, facilitating the exchange of information, business matchmaking in trade and investment, and even provide due diligence and substantial assistance to realize the investment in Indonesia. Furthermore, under Kadin Indonesia, we have the Kadin Business Service Desk, or we call Kadin BSD, which provides an independent view on new opportunities and development in Indonesia. Specifically, we offer an experienced network and service, overall working closely with the government of Indonesia and business stakeholders. Thus, we hope through this assistance, we can find even more new business cooperation to develop between Indonesia and Indonesia and Poland bilateral economic collaboration, even further in the near future. Lastly, I look forward to this forum to establish a new landmark that could contribute a more significant and concrete economic relations to the benefit of the Indonesian business and Polish business alike. Thank you.